Hi there, I'm meteorologist Robert Spetta here with you today. It is currently the 30th of July 2014. Oh, it's 30th of June, that is, 2014, almost to the 1st of July. The typically a time of the season where we start to see more and more tropical systems across the western Pacific and eastern Asia. And this is actually the average number of tropical storms and typhoons per month. And as you can see, once we hit July, it really starts to pick up, and that is what we are starting to see out here in Eastern Asia and the Western Pacific as we look ahead through the next several days. And we just take a look at this right here behind me. We have several areas in the tropics that are forming a little bit of convection, and we're seeing a little bit of rotation with them. And one specific area right just towards the south of Guam at this time, I do think could pose the threat of becoming a tropical storm, possibly by the end of this week. Now, we still have to look for initiation of some of these systems before we get any real good confirmation at what we're going to be looking at. Please do not ask in the comment section where a tropical storm might make landfall next week. Still a lot of time to watch this, but if you look at the satellite picture, we have one area here near Palau which is posing the threat of bringing some heavy showers there, and already has been, also across the southern portions of the Philippines. An upper level low just towards the north of Guam. Now, this is not really bringing a threat of any tropical development. Not enough convection, also too close to the rainy season front, so too much vertical wind shear out there. But it's this one towards the southeast where I think we can have something come out of this. Sea surface temperatures are very warm out here. It's escaping the bulk of the vertical wind shear at this time at the very least. And furthermore, it has a lot of convection. It has a lot of moisture. And when you get these combinations together by this time of year, it does pose that threat of bringing that threat of some development. So let's take a look out here at what some of the agencies are saying, because at least at this time, no one's really talking about this one. Actually, we can go ahead and pull up the JTWC chart here. They have no areas expected to develop at this time. The Guam National Weather Service also has put out basically no active tropical cyclones is expected as we go through at least the near future. So really, this is still long range. I want you to keep that in mind. But if we pull up some of the models, I'm going to go with the most aggressive at this time. I typically show the model outlook using our graphic here, the ECMWF Meteo Earth. But at this time, this guy, he's not really picking up. The ECMWF is picking up on something here, but it's not as aggressive. And actually, I can show you right here, a fairly elongated wind field by Thursday and the Friday. Stretching all the way across much of the Mariana Islands, extending all the way out there towards Koror. And Palau, I mean, you could see in the bottom left of your screen, winds upwards about 25 kilometers per hour. Thunderstorms coming in from the west. Same thing goes over towards Guam at 30 kilometer per hour winds from the south. Thunderstorms basically coming in from the south there as well. And that was a lot of stuff that just popped up on your screen. Then we have this rotating around there towards the north. So it's a fairly elongated rotation. And that's one thing that could happen. We could have a lot of convection just spread out over a wide area. But I do want to scroll back here and show you the GFS model, because GFS model is, like I said a second ago, very, very aggressive. Let's go ahead and scroll through this, and there you can see it. Something developing in and around Guam by, well, right here, we're looking ahead by Wednesday and the Thursday. And then extending out into the weekend, we got Saturday time frame right in here. We have something fairly strong developing, and that's a typhoon by basically Sunday in the northern portions of the Philippines, Taiwan, or the southern Japanese islands. Am I saying this is going to happen and follow through? No. I mean, the GFS has been flip-flopping in its long-range predictions. NavGem actually hasn't even really said much of anything at this time. It's just keeping nothing really developing there, which is kind of odd for them. They're typically aggressive. And if for just observation purposes, let's look ahead into the extreme long range by next Wednesday. And there's your GFS model outlook. This is by Wednesday, the 9th of July, so it would be next week. We see something there around Ishigaki, just towards the south of Okinawa, fairly strong, and that would be a very serious storm system if this was to follow through. So we're going to keep an eye on it. And that's the big thing at this time. I think more into the near term, we have unstable weather across parts of Japan. The rainy season front still dominating western Japan. And also into the near term, more so, we're still looking at that monsoonal effect for those of you out here into the southern portions of the Philippines. And that's what you're going to be seeing, the heaviest rainfall on your Monday and also over towards Tuesday. I mean, we can take a look over around Cebu area. We got rain and winds coming in from the west, and that's very typical. Also looking at some heavy showers if you take a look out there towards Hong Kong as well, and some thunderstorms out there for you, and really just a lot of monsoonal wind and rains coming in across much of this area. So, yeah, that is all for right now, everybody. Thanks again for watching here, though, at westernpacificweather.com. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please post them down in the comment box below. Please don't ask me where this storm's going to be making landfall, or if it is, I will not answer those questions. I can tell you what we have. I just talked about the possibility of some development in a certain area at this time. I really don't like putting out exact tracks until we have initiation, a center of circulation, something to really gauge our mind on and look at the overall background flow compared to that center. If it's not there, we can't do it. And if you're trying to guess, it's going to be a foolish attempt and probably will be wrong. But we're going to keep an eye on this. So, thanks again for watching. Stay safe out there. And